Ladies and gentlemen, it's here finally. Well, not really. I think that other versions of the trailer has been out before, but Crunchyroll finally officially updated one with the subs. Sentenced to be a Hero. We've seen an Ani-News video about this. This is the anime that, again, that Mushoku Tensei animators, the directors that did the crazy animation that you saw, are part of. This is some sort of like Suicide Squad mission, right? Of all the worst of the worst, like having some sort of resurrection system and being put into these impossible tasks, right? Let's check it out. You know what? I'm actually impressed by this scene because to you, all you see are just helmet knights, right? But to me, I see potential for studios that make shitty isekai and fantasy shows to have CG copy-paste knights. This seems hand-drawn. The quality, I think, is pretty damn good. The fact that there's even differentiation of the scuffed marks of the armor here that doesn't exist in every single armor, that alone tells me, okay, they're actually giving a fuck. Bro is running. What is coming? What the hell was that, bro? Some kid's like running away in the forest, running for his life, and on the ground, you have this creepy ass little thing on the ground. What was that? Can we see that again? What the hell? What the helly? Demon Blight. Man, look at that. Look at this shit popping, man. Look at the liquids. Look at the 2D animation. This is why I'm so excited about this, because the production of this show is going to be amazing. Now, to a lot of people, they probably don't give a fuck about this, but the more that you keep watching anime, the more that you become appreciative of even stuff like this that you might not think is important. So, like, the Demon Blight, I think, is... I think there is, like, basically bad people, right? And heroes are supposed to be sent over to exterminate the bad people. If they don't, this shit, like, spreads, and that's the issue, right?
5000? そんな数を僕たち2人で足止めするわけ?
お前ふざけんな。
Figure it out, bro. Stole a coffin? Fairies? Why bro steal a coffin? Classic. I think this is the lolly that we saw in the other promo pictures, right? So the lolly is a goddess. At least the body type looks like a lolly. Oh, he's there. See, that's what I love to see, bro. Actual swords moving and cutting the monster, and you can see the entire path of the strike, rather than have PowerPoint presentation where you only see the guy get ready for a sword swing, and then next cut, boom, already done. Character acting on point. Is her hair on fire? Yo, the ahoge, which is basically the hair strand on the top of anime girls. Dude, this shit is on fire. She got a fire ahoge. Sentenced to be a hero. Now, other than the other like perspective, like I think concept art highlighting like different people, because I remember watching another video from Ani-News about this. There was like concept art showing different heroes, the prisoners, and there were some crazy ass titles, man. There would be like the worst thief, right? The genocider, the terrorist. It was kind of crazy, but this trailer doesn't really hint at anything regarding the prisoners except for just the title here, right? Prison Records of Penal Hero Unit 9004.
2025年10月から放送配信開始
Summer 2025 is already stacked, so I'm glad that it's coming out in fall when we can have a little bit more breathing room. Now, as usual, let's check out the production staff, because it's important to not only know that the trailer looks good, but who is, part of it. I always love going to this website because I love the overall layout, the UI of this, and this is what I'm talking about, bro. Saucy ass. And of course the lolly is a goddess, right? Of course, it's usually some sort of 9,000-year-old demon lord or some sort of goddess, but that's just anime culture, so we kind of ignore that. Let's look at the TV anime. If we look at the studio, it's called Studio Kai, and let's look at the director as well, who is Hiroyuki Takashima. So, Studio Kai has made what? I don't know any of these. I don't think these has even aired just yet. Don't know. Oh yeah, Seventh Loop. I think a lot of people were pretty happy about this anime. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but this is from winter 2024. Haven't seen these other ones though. Don't know. Uma Musume is pretty big though. Interesting. So Cygames didn't do Uma Musume Pretty Derby Season 3. The reason I talk about Uma Musume is because of how amazing the production value of this show is. But those are the Cygames versions that I've seen. We have some more Uma Musume Pretty Derby stuff. Don't know. Oh, this is the one that I said, yo, is this Overlord? Nah, it's not Overlord. But this is the overall resume of this guy, so of the studio. But a studio is just a building. What's more important than that, I think, is boom, the director. The director's profile picture is Eris. Mad Dog Eris, bro. So already you can kind of see, yo, the pride is there with MT. And this person has recently worked on Idolmaster, some idol shit, kind of sus, bro. Chainsaw Man. Key animation for episode 1, I think that's pretty significant. Why? Because episode 1, I think you want to have lasting first impressions. The fact that this person was part of key animation for episode 1 kind of highlights that, right? Wait, isn't this Studio Bind? No. I think that the misinformation that you may have heard is that the people over at Mushoku Tensei, staff is doing this, but which is true. Studio Bind is Mushoku Tensei, but this director has worked for Studio Bind there, but he's not bound to Mushoku Tensei, no pun intended. Different studio. I don't know this. Key animation for episode 8. This might be the episode where I think, I don't know, maybe some crazy fan service happened. I was trying to think, was it the Gojo getting a boner episode? It was a beach episode. That's pretty significant, right? Then you have right over here, right? Mushoku Tensei season 1, season 2. So you can already tell, and Kaguya-sama and so much other ones here. You can definitely tell that this series is in the hands of the right people, the right staff, the right studio. So I'm very excited for it. So fall 2025, man. Look forward to it, and I will absolutely be covering it. Bye-bye.